Let's get right into this. Number 10. The boy raised without language. They say humans are born blank slates, but when one French boy was found in the woods in 1797, his slate wasn't blank. It was wiped. No words, no manners, no mirror self. Scientists saw him as a living experiment. Could a human grow a mind without language? Spoiler. No. Without words, he was trapped inside raw sensation, like consciousness stuck buffering. He couldn't describe hunger, sadness, or self. Language doesn't just label things, it stitches reality together. Without it, you're a ghost in your own body. We take for granted that thoughts have shape, because words give them walls. Every I think is actually I translate. Without translation, the world becomes static noise. Imagine never saying I am, and slowly realizing you aren't. Turns out silence isn't peace. It's extinction in slow motion. Talking to yourself? That's not crazy. It's proof you exist. Number 9. The invisible prison. Learned helplessness experiment. Just try harder. Easy for people who still believe effort changes anything. In the 1960s, Martin Seligman's dogs were shocked, literally, over and over, unable to escape. Later, when the door opened, they didn't move. They'd learned the most dangerous lesson of all, that nothing they did mattered. Sound familiar? It's that creeping exhaustion when your job, your diet, your dreams all start to feel like cosmic jokes. The bars aren't real, but the belief is. Studies later proved you could reverse it by teaching the brain hope like a muscle. The trick wasn't strength, it was perception. The moment you stop assuming pain equals punishment, you start seeing exits again. Most people don't live in cages. They decorate them, and the key, it's been hanging inside all along, labeled maybe. Number 8. The third wave experiment recreating fascism in school. Fascism could never happen again. In 1967, a California history teacher named Ron Jones decided to test that confidence, and in 5 days he built a dictatorship. He called it the third wave. Students wore armbands, saluted, reported each other for disobedience, and formed an elite movement of discipline and strength. Within a week, they were willing to betray friends just to belong. No guns, no threats, just belonging. The experiment ended when Jones revealed it was fake, and the classroom collapsed into tears and confusion. But the lesson lingered. Tyranny doesn't need violence, just unity with bad timing. Social media proves it daily. Likes are salutes, algorithms are uniforms. Every generation thinks it's immune, until someone gives them a logo to worship. Turns out, control doesn't march in boots. It scrolls on screens. Number 7. Split brain surgery changing personality. Your left hand doesn't know what your right is doing. In the 1960s, surgeons made that literal. They sliced the brain's corpus callosum to stop seizures, and accidentally discovered the human mind runs on 2 narrators, pretending to be one. One patient's left hand closed a shirt while the right hand ripped it open. Another could draw 2 shapes at once but describe only one. The hemispheres didn't share memory, only attitude. So the self we worship, it's a stitched-together press release written by a tired editor. Modern neuroscience confirmed that your brain invents continuity like bad movie editing. Ever said, I don't know why I did that? Yeah, your left hemisphere didn't get the memo. We like to think consciousness drives behavior, but most days it's just trying to keep up with it. You're not one mind, you're a committee with trust issues. Number 6. The invisible gorilla test of selective blindness. We see what's in front of us, except we don't. In 1999, psychologists made people count basketball passes while a guy in a gorilla suit strolled through the scene, waved, and left. Half the watchers never saw him. Half. The brain's spotlight is so narrow it deletes reality by design. It's why we miss the friend who's braking, the red flag waving, the exit flashing. Attention is not vision, it's editing. You think you're seeing the world, but you're watching your mind's highlight reel. The gorilla experiment proved perception isn't passive, it's political. You choose what's real by what you look at. Miss enough gorillas and life starts to feel haunted. So next time you swear something came out of nowhere, remember, it didn't. You just blinked too long. Number 5. Shock therapy as punishment in hospitals. They did it to help people. Sure, if help means rearranging their personality with a car battery. In the mid-1900s, hospitals used electroshock, not to heal, but to discipline. Talk back, zap, cry too long, zap again. Patients emerged dazed, compliant, or erased. The same society that preached mental hygiene treated rebellion as disease. Later, doctors called it progress. Today, ECT is gentler, refined, and voluntary, but the ghost remains. Every time authority disguises control as care, it's just shock therapy with better branding. Whether it's a therapist, teacher, or algorithm, the voltage hasn't changed. Only the smile behind the switch. Funny how obedience always ends up being the cure. Number 4. Rats addicted to happiness levers until death. If it feels good, it can't be bad. Tell that to the rats in the 1950s who discovered a lever that zapped pure pleasure into their brains. They stopped eating, sleeping, grooming. Just press the lever until death. Scientists called it self-stimulation. We call it scrolling. Humanity didn't learn. It industrialized the lever. Notifications, likes, dopamine loops. We're the same rats, just better dressed. Brain scans show our reward circuits light up identically. We chase the hit, then crash, then crawl back for one more taste of fake joy. The experiment never ended. It just got Wi-Fi and a terms of service. The tragedy, the lever still wins. Every time. Number 3. The isolation chambers mimicking madness. Silence is golden. Sure, until silence starts talking back. In the 1950s, volunteers entered sensory deprivation chambers. No light, no sound, no touch. Within hours, they hallucinated voices, spiders, and phantom conversations. The brain, starved of input, began inventing its own. Isolation doesn't quiet the mind, it unleashes it. Today, we call it burnout retreats and digital detox. But the same madness lurks under the stillness. Short solitude resets the brain. Long solitude rewires it. Without stimulation, reality starts melting at the edges. Ever spend too long alone and start narrating your own actions like a documentary? That's your sanity keeping itself company. The moral, peace and madness share the same room, just different lighting. Number 2. The suicide contagion studies hidden from public. Talking about suicide causes suicide. Actually, silence does. In the 1970s, researchers noticed that suicide rates spiked after news reports. Governments quietly studied how despair spread like gossip and then buried the data. The Werther effect, they called it, after a tragic novel that made readers mimic the hero's death. Turns out pain is contagious when people see no other script to follow. Today, the algorithm amplifies that loop. Endless tragedy, endless sympathy, clicks. But newer research found the opposite is also true. Stories of survival reduce attempts dramatically. Hope, it seems, spreads just as fast as hopelessness. The question isn't whether words have power, it's which ones you repeat. You can echo despair or break the loop. Either way, someone's listening. Number 1. The 1960s LSD truth serum military sessions. They gave soldiers LSD to find the truth. What they found instead was cosmic chaos. During the Cold War, the CIA dosed unknowing subjects with the acid, hoping it'd unlock secrets. Instead, they got hallucinating agents confessing to imaginary crimes, and trees melting in interrogation rooms. The MK Ultra program was science with paranoia as a funding source. Decades later, the same chemical came back, this time to heal trauma, anxiety, and addiction. The drug once feared for breaking minds now helps rebuild them. Maybe the truth was never chemical. It was the courage to face what's already inside. Irony's wild. The government tried to weaponize awakening and accidentally discovered therapy.